states will not have to guarantee voting rights.
Wait, that was
I don't know how to find it.
the slaughterhouse.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Wait, would it still be the same with the city?
Oh my gosh.
Right.
I thought the voting rights covered the USD restate.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm backing up for that. I am as foggy as can be. I'm dead sick. I don't even have a voice right now. I'm impressed. And I literally hacked up Slimer this morning. Oh, yeah. In that color, too. It's pretty impressive.
Ghostbusters
All right.
sign?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it is a four.
So 14 for the slaughterhouse case.
Oh.
That's my fault, yeah. US versus Reese.
Okay, that's what
Yes.
What was the decision of that?
US versus Reese, what I said with the slaughterhouse case is that you do not have to guarantee voting rights for all. Quinn, what's funny?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
It had to be.
It wasn't.
You went
Tom, we still need to figure out your test.
Hello?
Absolutely.
I was doing the resolution using American Class, and then I saw the order. Where you gotta go?
Where is there? Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Do you wait for those donuts to get hard before you
What's
eat them or something?
No,
No.
I'm like a Viking. Raid, and then you win.
Wait, do you want that?
Okay, guys, turn your homework.
Sorry.
Should we walk them up or pass them forward?
No.
Here.
Just kidding.
I decided to go.
Don't take those.
You got mine.
Oh, you're lucky.
Stall. Stall.
You piece of.
I'm very serious ever for it. Okay.
You gave me a hip out of my meeting.
You have work for the news tonight?
I worked last night. Only work Mondays now.
Helps you made it last night, so.
Yeah, well, I didn't get until 11.
I went to PTA, ate dinner, and then I fell asleep in all my clothes.
Well, let's see.
I had 10 hours sleep plus naps.
I think there's some piece of homework.
Play another game like that.
Yo. Once us to turn in our syllabus, but there's no syllabus for us to do like it says syllabus terminal, okay? There's nothing there. So like, how do I do it if there's nothing there? He's like, I'm not yelling at you guys if you're not doing anything. I'm just gonna take it up, pull you aside, and you're gonna lose your point.
But, well,
And
Alright, so I wanna finish, yes.
choose
Yes.
George.
Long time ago. What I did was I just manually input it. Yeah, and then test work. Alright, so, this is where you finished up with. I want to kind of finish up with and then we will go into the review. Is that wisdom one?
Instructions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's tomorrow? That's awesome. That's amazing.
Did you pay attention in class?
Ethan, glass walls, my man. Glass walls. Alright, so kind of pick back up and kind of finish things off. So, Hayes gets the election as long as the Democrats get to have Reconstruction end. Okay? This is where, as a country, we are going to fail the freed slave population. It just becomes a humongous problem. Here are the conditions. Let me get these done. So, the 50,000 troops that are in the South are now going to be removed. They're gonna go back into fortification in the bases. Home rule, which basically means they get to have their states and basically independent state governments back. Federal money will be now sent into the South to rebuild that infrastructure that was destroyed during the Civil War. Roads, cities, railroads. And Hayes promises to appoint Southern cabinet members into his administration. So in reality, how this looks is basically Hayes has sold the Republican soul to become president, including destroying Reconstruction. So if you ever thought about the United States punishing the South, all of this gets removed by 1876 and the 77. All of this basically gets kind of annulled. Yes?
Just watch the new trailer for it.
Oh, they have a trailer right now? I'm excited. Now, what's frustrating about this historical period is this. You guys have now known the fact. The reality and basically the mythology of this era is that the North was punishing the South, and the South kind of redeems itself and reconciles the differences between the North and South because of the Civil War. That's kind of the myth of it. If you go down south and people talk about Reconstruction, they're like, whoa, they think it's just awful, okay? And this is because that's what it says in the textbooks. For the rest of this period, from really the 1877 up until the 1930s, Civil War veterans on both sides are now fighting this battle between was Reconstruction right and was it enough? Many Union soldiers think it's not. Many Confederate soldiers are just happy that it's all over, okay? And it becomes this big, big war over the memory of both the war and really Lincoln's legacy on ending slavery. That makes sense, everyone? That is like this battle between who's right, who's wrong kind of thing. What has basically kind of the purveying memory of the Confederacy today? When people talk about the Confederacy, how do people see it? How do most Americans see it today? Hunter?
Slave owners and racists.
Okay, that's definitely one view of it. Hunter?
Isn't it just them trying to save them the land?
There's the other view, okay? Tom, did you have another
I
view?
was just gonna say people who, just wanted slaves, so they tried to make their own country.
And there's another view, okay? Notice there's three different views here, and this is just three people, okay? Everyone sees this as a different thing. Some people see the Confederacy as a positive, basically going off what the Confederate veterans said. Some people see it as a gross negative, okay? And that's what the Union soldiers said. And more or less, the Civil War becomes very, very muddy on who's right, who's wrong. In most textbooks in the 1900s, it becomes less politicized, and it basically turns into, well, no one was really at fault. It's just like two brothers having a big fist fight and then shaking hands after. Oops, okay? I mean, you know, does that really make you feel ooey and gooey inside? Of course it does, right? Because it's like, well, let's not talk about the causes of the whole slavery thing. It was just a big misunderstanding. Oops, 500,000 people died. Oops, you know, it's really bizarre. It really is bizarre how people look at the Civil War today. And then you go to battlefields, and I mean, you know, I go to battlefields too, and people make it seem like it's like a football game. It's like, oh, so this is where 2,000 people died. Awesome. Awesome. Right? And it's really weird. It's really weird. Let me get this down. Yes. Well, Slaughterhouse in the Reeves case. Now, does anyone have does anyone know another reason why these soldiers are pulled out of the South after the election? What is happening out west that it becomes a need to have U.S. soldiers? Anyone have an idea?
Japanese are bombing us.
That's in 80 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyone know? George Bush. Nope. Native Americans are attacking in the Midwest, and the U.S. needs basically extra support there. So that's another cause of Reconstruction ending. It's more or less, people have found a new enemy. The old Confederacy no longer becomes the problem. The new opponent becomes the Native American population. And the former Confederates, primarily the Democrats who are former Confederates, are pushing this narrative of we need to reunify as a people to stop the Native Americans for killing our people out west. And people were like, yeah, yeah. Especially after what famous battle out west between the U.S. Army and Native Americans. With Custer.
The battle, Little, I know it.
You're close.
Little Bighorn.
There you go. Little Bighorn. Does anyone know when Little Bighorn happens? 76. Happens the same time as the election, okay? And so all of this kind of conspires to end Reconstruction, because now people kind of focus their attention now on this growing Native American war going on out in the Midwest around the Dakotas and Montana. Yes.
So how did they like get guns?
Who? Okay, really since basically the Spanish come over, they're trading their goods for weapons and things like that over time. The other thing is there's trade posts by the U.S. government that has guns, and more or less they're like, hey, I'll give you this for this, and they get them.
And they let them?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wasn't that mostly Custer's fault? Because
Oh yeah.
Custard was basically just trying to pick a fist fight and lost horribly.
Yeah. Well, what happened with Custer? Custer has only 700 men. We'll talk about this next week. Custer has 700 men, and he faces a Native American army of 3,500. Oh, here's the best part. The Native Americans actually have faster repeating rifles than he does. So he's outmanned and outgunned. Yeah, so he was in big trouble. Because he had basically single shot guns that didn't have a magazine, it was basically like a bolt. And it was single shot, and the Native Americans had lever action guns that would fire 15 rounds in 10 seconds. So, bad day. My favorite thing about Custer is the Native Americans would mutilate your body so that way they thought that's what you look like in the afterlife. And what they did was they poked needles through his ears so that way they wouldn't hear him coming in the afterlife, or he wouldn't hear them coming in the afterlife, so they could kill him again. Good times. Good times.
How do you know that's not true?
What's that?
How do you know that's not true?
Because the eardrums were both ruptured when they buried his body.
That happened.
So, this becomes kind of the end game of Reconstruction. You go from the bayonet rule and carpetbag to Rutherford B. Hayes plowing the whole thing over and saying, let's just start fresh. I like the bag of it underneath the dirt. Like, hey. Yeah.
I like how they're making her walk on the stony path, not the soft one. off
Yes,
the side.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But now that's all gone, but first BA is like, we'll fix all this. Now what happens after this kind of works because my throat's dead, is after this, Grant is going to write his memoirs and die within about 3 years. He gets throat cancer from smoking. And his last 2 years of life, he goes up and basically lives in a cabin with his family, writes his memoirs, and about three to 4 months after that, he dies. And without him writing the memoirs, most likely his family would have been bankrupt and probably would have had to live in a poorhouse the rest of their life. So it kind of stayed there. But Grant also starts the precedent of writing your autobiography as president, basically make you a couple million. That's basically what happens is, you become president, and then about a year or two later, you're going to write a book on basically, hi, I was the president, and this is why I was right. Okay? Kind of your your final political stab. So Obama will have a couple vacations, he'll disappear from the media for a while, and then about a year or two later, he'll have a book tour. Make a whole bunch of money off the speaking tours, probably make about 4 or 5 million off the books, and then just chill the rest of his life. Not bad, it's not bad.
So, they don't have many.
Oh, and by the way, presidents who have 2 terms in office have a pension of $225,000 for the rest of their life yearly. Not bad. Not bad. What's that? George W. Bush is basically him saying, Iraq war, not that bad. And then, does anyone know what George W. Bush is doing right now? It's really bizarre.
Is he a motivational speaker?
No, it's really weird.
Bus driver.
He's painting portraits.
Oh, yeah, I did.
That people are auctioning off. And it's a really good cause. He's painting portraits to auction off to help U.S. veterans. So it's a good cause. But if you see these portraits, it's like, it's not great.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, you know, like, go ahead.
Michelle runs for office now.
You know what? Honestly, she's probably the one I would think would be the one who could actually upset Trump if Trump does well. Michelle, but the thing is, and this is what, it's already kind of been interesting about that is Michelle Obama has already said no. So, think of the story, right? I have to come out of retirement to save the country, right? It already sounds good, right? It already sounds great. Barack Obama, my husband Brock said, no, don't do it. I've got to save my country. Yeah, it sounds great.
That's way better than I can do.
Let me see it.
Is that supposed to be blue?
Look at his eyes.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
Go back, Ethan, go back. Watch his eyes. Wait, no, look at mine.
The eyes are moving.
Oh, yours is again.
Why are they moving?
See, bro. No, bro, chill.
All right.
Matt.
As he's looking.
What?